sister called our mom a pathetic and desperate at her birthday dinner for finding love again. Her silence was glorious when I exposed her secret double life. My sister Alexis was 26 years old and had never heard the word no in her entire life because our mother believed that raising a confident daughter meant never letting her experience disappointment. When Alexis was 5 and threw a tantrum in Target, mom bought her 3 toys instead of addressing the behavior because she didn't want to crush her spirit. When Alexis failed math in 7th grade, mom hired 4 different tutors until she found one who would just do the homework for her because struggle might damage her self-esteem. When Alexis crashed her first car drunk at 17, mom covered it up and bought her a better car because everyone makes mistakes and she didn't want one bad choice to ruin Alexis's future. By the time Alexis hit her 20s, she was a complete monster who expected everyone to cater to her every whim. She lived at home rent-free while mom paid for her gym membership, her meal deliveries, her streaming services, her clothes, her gas, everything. Alexis worked part-time at a boutique but spent her entire paycheck on concerts and trips with her friends. When mom suggested she contribute to household expenses, Alexis would scream that mom was trying to control her life, and mom would immediately apologize and give her extra money for the emotional distress. The dynamic was that mom desperately wanted Alexis's approval, and Alexis knew exactly how to manipulate that desperation. She'd give mom the silent treatment for days over minor disagreements, then mom would beg for forgiveness and buy her something expensive. She'd threaten to move out and never speak to mom again if she didn't get her way, and mom would panic and give in. She'd tell mom that all her friends' parents were more supportive, and mom would try harder to prove she was a good mother. I tried talking to mom about enabling Alexis, but she'd say I was jealous of their close relationship. I lived 3 hours away and had built my own life without any help, but according to mom, that meant I didn't need her while poor Alexis was still finding herself. Mom would actually brag to people about how Alexis still needed her, and how nice it was to feel useful as a parent. She couldn't see that Alexis was using her like a personal ATM and emotional punching bag. Things escalated when mom started dating Robert after being single since dad died 8 years ago. Robert was a nice guy who treated mom well, but Alexis immediately hated him because he represented a threat to her control. She'd refuse to be in the same room as him and demand mom choose between them. She'd schedule fake emergencies whenever mom had plans with Robert. She'd cry about how mom was replacing dad and abandoning her for some random man. Mom tried to balance both relationships, but Alexis made it impossible. The breaking point happened at mom's birthday dinner last month. Mom had invited me, Robert, and Alexis to a nice restaurant to celebrate. Alexis showed up an hour late and immediately started complaining. The restaurant was too loud. Her chair was uncomfortable. The menu didn't have anything she wanted. She ordered the most expensive item, then sent it back 3 times. She was clearly trying to ruin the evening, and it was working. Mom was getting flustered, and Robert was trying to keep things pleasant, but Alexis kept escalating. When Robert gave mom a small jewelry box for her birthday, Alexis lost it completely. She stood up and said, "Are you seriously accepting gifts from this man like some desperate whore?" The entire restaurant went silent. Mom's face crumbled and she started to cry. Robert stood up to defend her, but Alexis kept going. "You're pathetic, mom, throwing yourself at the first man who shows interest. Dad would be disgusted seeing you act like a horny teenager. What kind of mother prioritizes getting laid over her own daughter? You're nothing but a selfish whore who never loved any of us, you just wanted attention." Mom was sobbing and trying to speak, but Alexis wouldn't stop. She went on this vicious rant about how mom was embarrassing herself chasing after Robert like a dog in heat, and how everyone was laughing at her behind her back. She said mom was a terrible mother who only cared about male validation, and that's why dad probably died to get away from her. That's when I snapped. I stood up and said, "Actually, Alexis, let's talk about who the real whore is here, because I have something interesting to share with everyone. Remember 2 years ago when you had that pregnancy scare and mom paid for everything? Well, the guy you said was your boyfriend was actually married and you knew it. You were sleeping with your friend's husband for money and gifts." Mom went completely still. I continued, "Oh, and that weekend workshop you went to last year that mom paid $2,000 for? That was actually a trip to Miami with a 60-year-old man you met online who was paying you to be his companion. Should I keep going? Because I have screenshots of your sugar baby profile where you list your rates." Alexis's face went white. Full story on channel. Link below.